It's been a month now since his passing, so it's only right, that I make a appreciation stream to him. Something I already had in the works for like a couple of weeks now. It's been a couple of weeks to a month since his passing. When his initial passing happened, I didn't feel like it was the right time for me to do this remembering stream because, due to the circumstances, how he passed, and, also my initial reaction to when Bray died, my initial reaction, it was, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe, especially at the age that he died, and how much Bray Wyatt meant to me when he passed. I just couldn't believe it. A part of me felt that it was a joke when he passed, but it turned out not to. ESPN started, posting it, and news, and then all these other social media outlets, they pretty much confirmed that he passed away around that time. To which he passed away of a heart attack at a young age, 34, 35. William Watanda was just, an amazing person in the sport of professional wrestling and the sport of WWE. Bray Wyatt was one of the most inspirational wrestlers in the wrestling world, and he was a very inspirational wrestler to the IWC, the wrestling community. And Bray Wyatt being the great mind that he was, with all of his great characters. The Fiend Bray Wyatt was a very special character in WWE. That was one of his best gimmicks, if not the best gimmick, along with Eater of the Worlds. Eater of the Worlds was definitely number one. That definitely got him up there, with high-profile feuds with Roman Reigns, high-profile feuds with John Cena, high-profile feuds with even Dean Ambrose, Daniel Bryan, which was the best feud when he had with The Fiend as well. I mean, that was also a pretty amazing feud as well. And he had so much to give with this Uncle Howdy character, which turned out to start to be something special. When he passed, but let's take a backseat on William Watanda, the person. Obviously, he was a special dude, a great person that helped out a lot of people, inspired a lot of people. He inspired a lot of stars to do the right thing. He inspired a lot of people not to give up on their dreams and not to give up on themselves. Bray Wyatt did so much for the community, for the sport of professional wrestling. It is just sad, his untimely demise at 34. It was very sad at the time. My heart goes out to his family. My heart goes out to, Braun Strowman, Eric Rowan. Obviously they are suffering through this, and sport of the professional wrestling in the community. We gonna get through this together, man. It's been a month now. since. And it still feels sad. It still stings. Now, the reason why I didn't do it a couple of weeks ago, the appreciation video or stream, because I just didn't feel like it was the right time to do it. And I was still trying to process it. I couldn't believe it. I was just shocked that happened. But Bray Wyatt means, the character, and even William Watanda, the person behind the character, he just means so much to me, and he meant so much to me as a person. It inspired me a lot. Especially in 2019, it's a point in my life where I was just going through a lot, just struggling through a lot. When he introduced the Firefly Funhouse on TV, he came up with this character, and the creation of the Fiend, it gave me something to watch and see at the time. Seeing that the Fiend character being one of my favorite gimmicks of Bray Wyatt, obviously Evil of the Worlds is a pretty great character itself, but the Fiend, it hold a very special place in my heart, and still does. The Fiend character was definitely an amazing character, especially his last feuds with Randy Orton and Braun. It was just very cool to see. And then, of course, LA Knight being last feud under the Uncle Howdy gimmick was pretty cool as well. And I'll be lying if I said I wasn't still processing it to an extent, but I'm comfortable to talk about it a bit more. Bray was something very special, and someone that was just an amazing character and an amazing human being. It's very sad that something like this happened at that time, and it's very sad, I'm not really gonna talk about the bad times, it's about the good times. But I'm making this as an appreciation post, a positive post. And rest in peace to Bray and William Thunder. And Bray, man, I just want to say thank you for everything that you give to the wrestling world. Thank you for everything that you give to us in the wrestling community, and thank you to everything that you gave in WWE with all these beautiful characters, the Eater of the Worlds, the Hawaiian Shirt, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy. And I would have loved to see what he had next with the Uncle Howdy character. Regardless of, LA Knight being the last person he helped elevate. Who the good stuff that LA Knight is doing now. It's beautiful that it holds more value. LA Knight being his last match, it holds way more value now that LA Knight is becoming a megastar. But when Bray first stepped on the scene, the potential was there. Feuds. He went against John Cena. He had to feud Roman Reigns, and then he faced the Undertaker. It was just so much, being a special attraction, and just the career that he had. He was never going to get that the Husky Harris gimmick and stuff he was doing prior. It was just a beautiful, beautiful character, and just a beautiful creative mind. You know, Bray Wyatt will always hold a special place in my heart for the stuff that he did and the greatness. And I know he will hold a special place in you guys' heart too. You know, the wrestling community. Shout out to y'all for his contributions and the stuff that he did, you know. I have a lot of favorite matches. You know, I was gonna do one, like a list, but I know a lot of Bray Wyatt matches from my heart. You know, his Hell in a Cell match with Roman Reigns, that's what really got me into it. Obviously, his match with The Undertaker, but the Reigns feud that he had after, it was very special as well. Obviously, you know, I love The Fiend. The Fiend versus Randy Orton. The Inferno match was top of the line story right there. Even his match with Braun, you know, before Reigns returned, was one of my favorites as well. His match with Daniel Bryan, both matches under both characters, both Either the Words and The Fiend, was very unique and very amazing. I really loved that one as well, that feud. Of course, LA Knight. You know, at the time, I didn't really understand it, but the reason I put LA Knight on there is because obviously the way he helped impact LA Knight's career and helped it out. That's why I put that one up there. John Cena, obviously, number one on the list because it was an amazing match. Amazing match. Both that one and the second one, too, when he got his win back, you know, a couple of years later in WrestleMania, in the Firefly Funhouse match. That was beautiful as well. You know, there's just a lot of matches that come up in my head with Bray Wyatt. His Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins, that was a pretty cool match. Bray Wyatt will always hold a special place in my heart. What's up, artist? And words cannot describe how much I loved this human being. He would always hold a special place in my heart. So Bray Wyatt, I just want to say thank you. Rest in peace. May you and Brody Lee be united. You will always hold a special place in my heart. And much love to you, Bray. You know, I know I said it at the beginning, but you know what I'm saying? I'm still just got to go over it. But, you know, Bray Wyatt is just a human being. He was just special, you know. And I hope someday those efforts do not go unnoticed, you know. Someday, hopefully they put him in the Hall of Fame. Now, I wouldn't even mind if they put him in it next year, you know. But, Bray Wyatt was just a hell of a wrestler. Great businessman, great human being, hell of a career. Love you, Bray, and thank you, Bray, for everything, man.